Hello and welcome to the Chris Evans Podcast, a part of Second Banana Media. Always ask that you go to our YouTube page, subscribe, and like. That way you're notified of shows like this, podcasts like this, and any other live events we might also do here on secondbananamedia.com. Also got a website at Second Banana Media, secondbananamedia.com. Check it out. There's a whole bunch of podcasts over there. More are coming, different shows. It's getting more and more exciting over at Second Banana Media. Speaking of excitement, how about the news that came out? Well, we found out yesterday, but publicly today, that the youth sports complex out at Owen Fields behind Mercy Hospital is once again moving forward. It seems like it's been on pause forever, and it has been on pause forever, but that pause button is now going to be hit with a play button. There's still some work ahead of this project before we get going, but this was a big move. Okay, so everyone knows in Guthrie, the youth facilities have not been great. Where it's been the flats, the softball fields right now at Owens Field just haven't been able to keep up with demand. Guthrie is well below average when it comes to youth sports facilities, specifically baseball and softball. Wherever the low is low, that is where Guthrie is right now. But that is changing. Decades upon decades of talk. We finally see a big project. So in March of 2021, around that area, Guthrie put up the city council said we will put up $1 million of our CIP sales tax, which is the local sales tax. And we matched that with a grant with the Oklahoma Water Conservation Fund. And Guthrie got approved for that. So now $2 million was awarded for a softball, baseball type complex. We'll get into the details here in a second of that, just kind of catching you up to date. And it was all great, ready to go. Well, then Oklahoma tribal group got involved and held up all the land and water grant. It wasn't just this grant here for Guthrie. It was all the land and water conservation grants across the state that was put on hold and went through a federal process, all that good stuff. But it finally went through here in July 2023, so a couple of years of delay. With that being said, the project includes 3 new fields at the current location, which is off Academy Road behind Mercy Hospital. It accommodates softball and baseball, kind of like right now. It accommodates both baseball and softball out there. It will include installation of a lighting system at 1 new field, 1,300 square foot concession stand and a restroom, maybe some other things as well as with that. Quick connects for irrigation for each field and parking lots with rock and curb guttering. The north parking lot will have 191 parking spaces, 58 for the south lot. Of course, all that will be ADA compliant to get players and visitors to the sports field. So be a big deal. Now, it would be awesome to have concrete or asphalt parking. Baby steps. $2 million does not go a long ways. In fact, the committee and the engineer and the city all have to come together and talk about what that looks like. Because now I think what $2 million was back in 2021 might be 2.5 million. Now we got to get together and figure all that stuff out. But it's exciting that it will indeed be happening again. Of course, in that meantime, there was a visitor's tax pass on top of the hotel motel tax. It was 4%. Now that's 7%, and that was passed a year or so ago. And the city's projecting that hotel motel tax will bring in $415,000, which $170,000 for this year is expected to come in for the sports facility. Now, that's for cities. It's not just necessarily that allocation is not necessarily for the sports complex. That can also mean for Kiwanis Field. It can also mean for soccer. So it's sports, city sports facilities, not necessarily 100% to the complex. And so that's money that will come over and over every year. And when you combine baseball and softball leagues together, they can bring in more income. And so we get the excitement going, and then you can start going to phase 2, which is adding more baseball fields. There will be softball fields being built out there. Of course, baseball players are playing baseball on softball fields. It's kind of the same concept. If if kid pitch can be out there, you can always bring out a portable mound. So boys and girls will be able to take advantage of this complex. Again, it's just exciting news. City Manager Eddie Faulkner, not counting all the tournaments coming in, it's awesome. There's been some tournaments come in, play right now, kind of embarrassing, but hey, it was a start that they are starting to come in here. City Manager Eddie Faulkner says, we are extremely excited to see these improvements made and can't wait for visitors and Guthrie residents to enjoy the new amenities they provide. Can't agree 100% with that. Again, it would be great to light all three fields. It would be great to, we haven't got to scoreboards yet, but this is the step. This is the first step that had to take that we have been waiting for. And there's a whole lot more work to go, but this is a huge, huge deal. So big thank you to all the City of Guthrie folks. Former City Manager Leroy Alsup, Tenny Maker was crucial in helping with this. Eric Harlow, the former fire chief, was crucial in this. Of course, we brought in sports, local baseball, local softball, local soccer, Guthrie High School athletic administration all come into this. And so there's still more to get involved with that, but community coming together, city coming together, it's really, really exciting time. So there, as I mentioned, there's a lot more work to go, but what a great step. When will they start? Not sure. Still more information to come on that. Got to get with the engineering to see exactly what the cost is. And it's going to be more than, like I said, it was $2 million when we had this good layout, but that layout is probably now 2.4, 2.5, 2.6 million. How's that looking forward moving on? That's the first questions we got to get answered before dirt starts being moved and all that great stuff. But big thank you to everyone who's making this happen. All right, that will do it here. Don't forget to subscribe to Second Banana Media. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and be notified of when we go live with all of our different sorts of podcasts. That'll do it here for the Chris Evans Podcast. I'm Chris Evans. So long.